Ever pondered what makes some habits undesirable and why they persist among us Filipinos? Habits, whether good or bad, play a significant role in shaping our identity as individuals and as a nation. Today we're going to focus on some of the less desirable habits commonly observed among Filipinos. It's not about undermining our culture, rather, it's about understanding the impact these habits have on our lives and the society we live in. So, let's delve deeper into these habits and understand why they exist. Numbers don't lie. They paint a stark picture of our habits. So let's talk about some hard facts that underline the prevalence of certain undesirable Filipino habits. Firstly, tardiness, or as it's more commonly known, Filipino time. Studies have shown that an alarming 6 out of 10 Filipinos admit to regularly being late for appointments. This seemingly innocuous habit costs our economy billions annually in lost productivity. Next, we have the culture of excessive partying. While socializing is a vital part of our culture, a survey conducted by the social weather stations found that nearly 4 in 10 Filipinos participated in regular drinking sessions. The concern lies not in the act of socializing, but in the excessive indulgence that often accompanies these gatherings. Lastly, there's the issue of overdependence. A study by the Philippine Statistics Authority revealed that over 50% of young adults still live with their parents. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the same study found that a significant portion of these young adults rely heavily on their parents for financial support, a situation that can lead to stagnant personal growth. These numbers are a wake-up call for us to start reevaluating our habits. It's time for us to take a long, hard look at ourselves and question whether these habits are truly serving us, or if they are simply holding us back from reaching our full potential. In a world that values punctuality, why do we Filipinos still cling to Filipino time? Picture this. You've arranged a meeting at 3 o'clock and you're there, punctual as ever. But the others? They stroll in at 3:30, 4, maybe even later. And it's not with an air of apology, but rather an unwritten understanding. Welcome to the world of Filipino time. This is not about a single incident or a rare occurrence, it's a cultural norm, a habit, ingrained in our society. It's a phrase we throw around lightly, yet its implications are far from light. Filipino time affects our productivity, our professionalism, and our reputation on the global stage. Consider a business scenario. An international client schedules a meeting, expecting punctuality, but the Filipino counterpart arrives an hour late, shrugging it off as Filipino time. The client is not only irritated but also questions the professionalism of the Filipino business. This seemingly small habit can have significant implications on our global image and economic opportunities. Or let's take a day-to-day example. How many family gatherings have started hours later than planned because of Filipino time? How many precious moments have been lost waiting for others to arrive? Filipino time is more than a quirky cultural trait. It's a habit that undermines our potential, our efficiency, and our respect for others' time. It's high time we shift our mindset and value punctuality. Who doesn't love a good party, but when does it become excessive? Today, we delve into the Filipino habit of excessive partying. Filipinos are known for their warm hospitality and love for celebrations. Be it birthdays, weddings, town fiestas, or just random get-togethers, Filipinos find reasons to celebrate and invite friends over. However, this penchant for partying sometimes becomes excessive, crossing the boundary of moderation. Excessive partying can have multiple impacts. Firstly, let's talk about health. Parties often involve late nights, loud music, and sometimes alcohol. These can lead to sleep deprivation, hearing issues, and potential alcohol-related health problems. According to a study by the Philippine Journal of Internal Medicine, excessive partying is linked with higher instances of liver diseases and sleep disorders. Next, let's consider finances. Parties, especially extravagant ones, can strain one's budget. The Philippine Statistics Authority reported that households spending excessively on parties have a higher likelihood of falling into debt. Lastly, there's the impact on productivity. The hangover from a night of partying can affect the next day's productivity. A study by the Asian Journal of Productivity reported that excessive partying contributes to lower productivity levels. Despite these implications, it's important to remember that parties are not inherently bad. They're a form of socializing and bonding. However, as with everything else in life, moderation is key. We need to strike a balance between celebrating and maintaining our health, finances, and productivity. Partying is fun, but moderation is key. Why do we Filipinos often rely on others to solve our problems? Let's dive into this dependency dilemma. This habit of over-reliance isn't unique to us, but it's certainly prevalent. It's a trait that can be traced back to our cultural and historical roots, where the concept of bayanihan or communal unity is deeply ingrained. Now don't get me wrong, relying on others isn't inherently bad. It fosters camaraderie and cooperation. However, it becomes a problem when it turns into overdependence, stifling individual growth and initiative. For instance, when we're faced with a broken faucet at home, instead of learning how to fix it ourselves, we immediately call someone else to do it for us. This overdependence extends beyond personal issues. It reflects on a national scale too. We often look to other countries for aid or solutions to our problems instead of proactively addressing them ourselves. This can hinder our national progress and development. Take a moment to imagine, what if we started taking more responsibility for our problems? What if we learned how to fix that broken faucet or tackled our national issues head-on? We could foster a culture of self-reliance and initiative, promoting personal growth and national progress. After all, there's a certain sense of fulfillment in solving our own problems. It's empowering, it's liberating, and that's something we should strive for. It's time we take charge of our own lives and problems. So, what do these habits tell us about ourselves and our society? We've journeyed through the habitual question, unsettling statistics, infamous Filipino time, the partying paradox, and the dependency dilemma. These habits give us a mirror, reflecting areas we need to improve as individuals and as a society. It's a call to self-reflection, a challenge to change. It's time to let go of the undesirable and embrace the commendable. Remember, change starts with us. Let's strive to be the best version of ourselves and for our beloved Philippines.